Hello friends, in the series of BSc IPF, today we will talk about sector and thematic fund. In last few sessions, we have seen that if investor wants to invest in equity, then what are the options available for him? In last session, we have discussed about index fund also. And today, we will see if the investor's risk appetite is high and if he is choosing sector or thematic fund, then how it can be beneficial for him. On the screen, you can see there are various sectors in the market. It can be FMCG, it can be exports, it can be power, it can be transports, and so on and so forth. If investor wants to invest in specific sector, he wants to invest in bank, he wants to invest in agri, he wants to invest in pharma, then sector funds is the option for him. If he wants to take risk, but he doesn't want to restrict with one specific sector, then it can be a theme. How thematic fund works? For example, if the theme is rural and lifestyle, so there will not be only rural sector in that, or not only lifestyle sector in that. There can be agri, there can be FMCG, there can be bank, so on and so forth. So if something goes wrong with any of these three sectors, and if investor have invested in banking sector only, then definitely he is going to suffer the losses. But if banking sector is not working, then these two sectors in the thematic fund will take care of it. So in the example of sector fund, as they are related to specific sector only, as we have just recently I mentioned that if the sector is banking and if RBI is coming out with some rules related to interest rates or something, then either it can hamper the banks or it can be beneficial to banks. So if some rules are coming and it is directly proportional to the sector, then it is going to either give good returns or it can be very risky. But in thematic fund, your risk gets distributed amongst different sectors. So it is a multi-sector, it is a sector specific, it is a super high risky funds. The sector funds are super high risky funds. The thematic funds are thematic funds comes up with lesser risk than the sector funds. Expense ratio of both the funds are very high, always 2.5, 2.3 around you will see the expense ratio. Short-term capital gain tax, if you are withdrawing money before 1 year, then 15% straight tax you have to pay. Long-term capital gain tax, if your gains is more than 1 lakh rupees and you are withdrawing after 1 year, then without indexation you have to pay 10%. Usually all the AMCs are giving the options of 500 and 1000 rupees while starting SIP, but there are few schemes who are giving the option of 100 rupees also. For lump sum investments, 5000 is usually all the schemes are giving, but some schemes are coming up with the option of 1000 rupees also. These are high beta funds. If your risk appetite and risk profile is saying that you can take this much of risk, other than that you are having the enough time and you can take enough efforts to know more, to learn more about the specific sector, and you can understand the relations of the news or the things going around this sector, then only you should go for the sector funds or thematic funds. And there is a one thumb rule in the market: high returns comes up with high risk. So as these are high risky funds, but definitely the returns will also be very high. So if you are risk appetite saying so, then you should go for these funds. Today we have discussed about thematic funds and sector funds. In next session we will come up with some different topic. Till then, stay home, stay safe. If you want to know more about such topics, then please mention in the comment section. Don't forget to write your name along with your email address. Also, don't forget to say thanks to BSc IPF and SEBI. Thank you very much.